There are plenty of rare things in Minecraft, from Minecraft worlds that let you break bedrock in survival Minecraft to protection 6 armor that you can obtain in survival. We'll be showing you 20 of the rarest things in all of Minecraft, starting with the repeating mineshaft seed. This type of world seed is called a repeating seed, and it's so rare that it's one of roughly a dozen Minecraft seeds that actually repeat all the way to the border. In this seed, there are various different mineshafts that are all connected. If you follow them all the way to the border, you'd probably land around 30 million blocks from spawn. Some of this world is so broken that hundreds of shafts are the exact same, with the exact same loot. If you loaded up a world like this and you walk through the mineshaft, do you think you'd even notice it at first? I sure as heck wouldn't. And because this world is on 1.17, the Y levels weren't expanded until 1.18, meaning if you go down to Bedrock in spectator mode, you'll be able to see all of it, and this seed isn't even the start of it all. Minecraft has some of the rarest blocks and updates that people don't play anymore. One of these updates had snowy grass as a variation of grass and snow. It was first introduced as a texture that hid below any snow that was placed, regardless of type, but removing normal snow no longer lets you see this texture. However, it can be made or found by using the debug stick on a piece of grass. Of course, there isn't technically a way to get the block in your inventory, but you can use powdered snow to find it. So if you head to a snow biome, get yourself a bucket of powdered snow and spam the place button on grass with powdered snow in hand. It will trick the game into thinking there is still powdered snow above the grass and leaves the block as a snowy grass block. In earlier versions of the game, this block was only obtainable by endermen picking up a snow block. Updating the world to the current version and having the enderman place the block down. Other than that, there is no other way to obtain it. However, unlike the snow block, in Minecraft there are so many different types of MLG clutches, but if you didn't know, there are MLG clutches that are so rare that the only way to manage to land one of these is to rely on a mere 4 pixels. This is possible by using a boat. Boats have a slightly larger hitbox. It can be used to get into for a normal clutch, but this trick uses them differently. If you put a medium slime into a boat, it increases the hitbox. Because of this, you can land on the boat where you don't take fall damage by using the hitbox of the slime. This is because the hitbox of the slime increases the time it takes to fall. It is very hard to pull off, making this one of the hardest MLGs in all of Minecraft. The creator of this MLG tried it hundreds of times before he could pull it off. Do you think you could too? Not to mention, what about cloning yourself? You've probably seen someone with the same skin as you, but have you ever seen someone with the same name as you? Well, some people have. There was a way to quite literally create a second version of you. In the early stages of Minecraft, it was possible to change your Minecraft name to one that already existed. This would let you create 2 Minecraft accounts with the same names at the same time. However, this was fixed extremely quickly, so this doesn't work anymore, but there are still a few Minecraft accounts that have a twin with the same name, the most popular one being Smidge. Did you know that the largest ore vein possible for Emerald on Java is 1 per vein? But there was a vein so large it broke the laws of Minecraft. How? Well, when a world is being generated, it attempts to generate emerald ores 50 times per chunk, with each individual ore only having around 1. While on Bedrock, it tries to generate 100 ores per chunk with up to 3 per vein. But in this world, the largest emerald vein has about 14 individual ores in it. This happened because a super vein generated on a chunk border, then another super vein generated on another chunk border right next to that one. The chance of this happening is so rare, it makes wither skulls look easy to get. And this is because there can only be a certain amount of each ore in each chunk generated in a world. This is equivalent to a vein of 70 diamonds. Have you ever seen that happen before? So if you do ever see a massive vein like this, make sure you take note, because this is game breaking. And speaking of game breaking, this Minecraft seed lets you break bedrock in survival Minecraft. Kind of. Normally, if you want to break bedrock, you have to collect TNT and build a glitch bedrock breaking machine, which can be extremely expensive. However, this world generated structures in a way that removes bedrock. It set a record of breaking bedrock in one generation sequence by breaking bedrock 23 times. This happens because structures like ruined portals and mineshafts take priority over the way bedrock spawns. If you're lucky, the structures will take priority in spawning and create a hole to the void. So if a structure spawns that close to bedrock, it will overlap, breaking the bedrock and creating a hole to the void. However, the chances of this happening are so low because a maximum of 128 can spawn in a single world. This doesn't even account for the chance of one spawning at bedrock level. This could be the rarest occurrence to ever happen in all of Minecraft. Speaking of the rarest occurrence in Minecraft, there was a cape given to only one player originally before capes were even made. The rarest cape in Minecraft is the Bacon Cape. It was originally given to McLee by Notch. It was given out to him because he had come up with the concept of the zombie pigment. Notch loved the idea so much that he invented the first personalized cape ever to be made and gave it to McLee, but the fans didn't like this very much. It was later removed due to many people asking for their own custom cape. Only one person has ever had this cape, but because so many people were jealous of McLee's cape, they began harassing Notch for their own. Notch later removed the cape without notice, and a lot of people were upset about this. However, Notch did add personalized capes later on because of demand. McLee was never given his cape back. Some people even took to Twitter and Reddit in an attempt to petition for Mojang to give McLee his cape back. Still to this day, he hasn't received his cape back despite creating one of Minecraft's most nostalgic mods. mobs. Rest in peace, McLean. Just like massive chunks of ore spawning in succession is rare, so is this ore, which was only added to Minecraft for one day. A lot of fans were surprised too. This ore was originally put into the game as a new addition to Minecraft's ore system, but Mojang quickly realized that it was a bad idea. A lot of new players were complaining that it was too similar to redstone. It's also extremely similar to the emerald ore, and if you didn't already know this, the ruby ore had been removed and replaced with emerald. Originally, emerald would have been the ruby ore that we know today. It also had an item from which can be used to trade with villagers, just like emerald. The only update where you can find these ores is the 12W21A snapshot released in Minecraft version 1.3, but as it was changed, it's nearly impossible to get the ruby. However, it is pretty easy to get protection 4 in Minecraft. The easiest way to get it is by re-rolling librarian villagers until you get it, but there is a way to get protection 6 in Minecraft. This enchantment is so rare, however, that it is literally impossible to get unless you are on 1.16. Because of this, the only way to get protection 6 armor is by using a skeleton horseman on that version. A lot of mobs in the game can spawn with armor. Skeleton horsemen, for example, can spawn with a lot of armor and often have more enchants on them. And in this version, some of these mobs would spawn in with glitched armor. Because of this, you can get random enchants if they drop something. However, just like it's pretty rare for a drowned to drop a trident, it's also pretty rare for these mobs to drop gear. To make matters even worse, the chances of the armor being enchanted were low, so you'd have to get lucky enough for one to spawn in with enchanted armor, and also get lucky enough to drop it. The glitched armor piece that would spawn would have to have 2 protection 3 enchantments. It was confirmed to stack, making the armor piece have the same protection as protection 6. The only other way to get an armor piece like this is to cheat it in using a command block. Did you know that it's possible to use the same glitch while combining and crafting books? The only way to do this, however, is by playing on Minecraft 1.14. Normally, when you put a type of protection on an armor piece, Minecraft prevents you from layering an enchant of the same type on it. So if you were to add projectile protection onto a diamond chestplate, you wouldn't be able to. However, because of this bug on 1.14, you are able to completely bypass this block, letting you place multiple enchants of the same subtype onto every piece of armor you own, making you completely invincible to projectiles. Kind of, reducing the amount of damage you take from fire and even preventing complete obliteration of your health through explosion damage. This also stacked with normal protection, amplifying all of these stats. Basically, this means that you would be completely invincible for the most part. The best part about this bug is that you are able to do more than just armor. This player even made broken crossbows. The chance of this ever happening is 0.39% chance. This is even lower than the chance to get wither skulls and even lower than finding god apples. So if this ever happens to you, you should take note. And if you remember earlier when we used slimes to negate fall damage, you can do the same with the warden. It works differently from the slime because you have to rely on projectiles for it to work. But when you're falling in a cave and you happen to fall on top of a warden, you can fire an arrow at the warden to trigger its hitbox as you hit it. This will create a small delay in how Minecraft processes the hitbox. So if you land inside the hitbox during the time frame at which the hitbox is triggered, your hitbox will also merge into it. This will let you completely negate any fall damage that you take, and it's extremely cool if you can pull it off. The only downside is that it's so unknown because of just how hard it is to pull off. On the bright side, however, it's not impossible. Not all rare things in Minecraft are a good thing. We've seen this before when players discovered unbeatable seeds, but this world on 1.8.9 was the victim of a glitch that made it so that when an ocean monument spawns on top of an ocean exposed stronghold, it takes priority over the blocks and breaks the portal. Not only one, but all 3 of the strongholds were obstructed with the ocean monument, making the seed impossible to complete. In Minecraft, there are plenty of different attributes and things mobs can spawn with. Similar to how skeleton horsemen are extremely rare, and the chance of them spawning with anything is also very rare. The chance of this mob spawning is, I don't even know how many numbers that is. 0.79 zeros, 149 chance to spawn. It being so rare, it's actually possible though to get it in game without cheats. However, no one has seen one or found one. The mob is an adult zombie villager with 3/4 diamond armor, having a specific assortment of enchantments, holding an iron sword, riding a chicken, and wearing a jack-o'-lantern on its head. And for the mob to spawn with a jack-o'-lantern, it would have had to spawn on October 31st. It won't spawn any other day. And on top of this, it has to be a leader zombie, which makes this zombie and every other aspect we've shown so far some of the rarest things in Minecraft. And if you like strange or rare things in Minecraft, you should subscribe and click the video on screen now. I promise we won't disappoint. See you in the next video.